Bonjour. Today we're going to look at the IR regular verbs. We have already done the ER verbs, you might remember, before school closed. They were the first group of regular verbs we did, and IR now are going to be the second group. And you'll do the third lot, the RE verbs, next year. Okay, so just like you did with the ER verbs, the IR ones are very straightforward. They're regular, so they have a set of endings that you can learn off by heart, and each verb follows the same rule. Okay, so if you look at the beginning, we'll just go through the endings and I'll show you a few examples then after. So just like the regular ER verbs, the IR verbs follow a set of rules. So the steps they give you here is you choose the personal pronoun. So that's the word je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous, il, elle. So you take the verb, you take off the ending, which is the IR part, just like you did with ER verbs. What's left over is called the stem or the root, and then you add on the IR verb endings. So for je, the ending is is. For tu, the ending is also is. For il, elle, and on, we usually write those on the same line. The ending is it. The new part is issons. The vous part is isses. And then the last two parts, we usually put those together as well, is issent. Okay, so they are the set of endings that go on for the IR verbs. So we'll have a look at just finir. It's done as an example. So again, you follow the steps, take off the ending, which would be the IR part. What's left over, in this case, fin, is the stem, and you'll see that written down throughout the verb. Okay, so you'll see it there all the way down, and then you apply the endings. So again, for je, you have the ending is. For tu, is. For il and on, they're all it endings, so the third line. Nous finissons, issons. Vous finissez, issez. And the last two are the same, il and elle. Okay, issent. Okay, so that's how the IR verb works, and all IR verbs are exactly the same. So they've given you a list here, so I would like you to write that list into your vocab notebooks. Okay, just a few of the common IR verbs. There's not as many of these as the ER ones, but you might just write those in anyway, just so you'll have verbs that you can use. So do you have rougir, remplir, punir, choisir, saisir, réfléchir, grandir, obéir, bâtir, vieillir, and réussir. Okay, they're all IR verbs. There is a sound here as well, track, so you can listen to the sound of them. I'll just read through finir for you anyway. So je finis, tu finis, il, elle, on finit. They all sound the same. Nous finissons, vous finissez, il, elle finissent. Okay, and you remember the E and T is never pronounced. So in the last part there, you're just going as far as the S's. Finissent. Okay, I'm just going to give you two more examples. I just wrote these ones out. So grandir, the verb to grow up. Again, if you're to conjugate it, follow the steps. So take off the IR, okay, which is the name of the verb. You're left over then with the stem, and you write that all the way down. So grand, and then you apply your ending. So again, for je, is, tu, is, il, elle, on, it. Nous grandissons, issons, issez, issent. Same here again for punir, again IR verb, so drop the IR part, and what's left over then is the stem, and that's written all the way down through the verb. And then you add the endings. Is for je, is for tu, it for il, elle, on, issons for the new part, issez for the vous part, and il and elle punissent, issent. Okay, and just to remember as well here, for one noun, if it's a person, a place, or a thing, it could be someone's name, could be the word the sister, so on any one noun, you'll always use the third part of the verb. Okay, so when you're writing, you won't always be starting with one of those pronouns, je, tu, il, elle, and so on. You might see it's someone's name, or it's a place, or it's the school, or any singular noun. So if that's the case, you would take the third part of the verb. Okay, and in this case, you'd add the it onto the stem. If it is two or more, if it's plural, two people's names, okay, or the schools, you would use the last part of the verb. Okay, so again, that last part at the end. Alright, and I'm just giving just an example. Mark fini, so there's the IT ending, that's the third part ending. So Mark is finishing le devoir, his homework, and then when you have two people, Mark et Paul finissent. There you have the last part ending le devoir. So Mark and Paul are finishing the homework. Ok, alors c'est tout.